To us, starting off in new directions. I'm going to school. You guys are starting new careers. The future is wide open. We can take it any direction we like.
Cheers. Yes, down and further down. So are you still going to get into the music biz with this high school friend of yours?
Yeah, Jimmy Montoya. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, this is perfect.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes. Well, my mother said that she was going to be having a family dinner. Didn't know it'd be here. I told her we had plans.
As long as she doesn't ask us to join them.
Yeah, well, there's not much of a chance of that as long as I'm with you guys.
This, Danny.
No, thank you. I know what I want. Saw the specials this morning.
That's right. You had breakfast with your future son-in-law. How did that go?
Well, I suggested to Jesse he might not be in Drew's league, but I don't think he took the hint.
Oh, Ben, you're too much. You're the kind of guy that mothers warn their daughters about, and here you are telling a sweet boy like Jesse that he's not good enough for Drew.
Well...
Hi, Mama. I think Ben's just trying to protect his daughter the way you protect me and Danny.
Exactly. Thank you, Pilar. I couldn't have said that better myself. Besides, when it comes to meddling, Mommy, I'm not quite in your league. Company.
Teresa.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm so glad you can make it.
Thank you. Family dinner. Since when does family dinner include Teresa?
Well, this is typical Phillip. He organizes this big after-hours powwow, gets us all to get up and get over here, and then he doesn't even tell us what it's about.
Well, the secretary said he wanted to turn us on to some new project, I think. Isn't that right? Josh, isn't that right?
I'm sorry. Words cannot express how much I hate being here right now.
Josh, you know you look like hell, don't you?
That good. Thank you.
You and Reva still having trouble?
Yes, we are, but I don't want to talk about it.
Look, Josh, you keep this jealous thing up on Prince, and I think it's going to backfire.
Billy, I just said I don't want to talk about it. This is a business meeting. Let's just talk about business, okay?
Oh, hello, everyone. Good to see you all. Thank you for rearranging your schedules. I know it's a little late in the day. Please, everyone sit. Okay. It is late in the day, so I'm going to cut right to the chase. There has been bad blood between us since Spaulding acquired Lewis Oil. I want that chapter to be closed. It's time for us to start working together like the cohesive team that we can and we should be. And mindful of that goal, I have just inked a major deal for Spaulding that I would like Lewis to be a part of.
What's the deal?
We're going to be expanding our manufacturing base. We're going to be building a plant in a foreign country, and I want you guys to build it.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. We're talking about a contract in the neighborhood of $35 to $40 million.
Well, that sounds doable.
Yeah. Glad to hear you say that. Beth has specs for you to look over, but first I want to bring in the man that brought us this deal. You're going to be working very closely with him. Actually, I think most of you already know Prince Richard of San Cristobal.
Hello, Josh.
I'm telling you, Reva, I didn't ask Richard for any money. Don't lie to me, Cassie. I have the papers to prove it. What is this? They're from the bank. Apparently, all the debts you had on the farm, debts I didn't even know you had, have been paid off in full by Prince Richard of San Cristobal.
No, I told him not to do this.
Well, he did it, sweetie. And now the big question is, what did you do in return? I'm telling you, Reva, I did not ask Richard for this money. I swear I didn't. How could you take that kind of money from him when the only reason the man is even in Springfield is to break up my marriage? Reva, I did not ask him. I didn't even know you were in trouble. You could have come to us. You should have come to us, but you didn't. You went to Richard instead. No, okay, first of all, I told you I did not go to Richard. And I didn't come to you and Josh just because you have enough problems. I didn't want to burden you with money. Oh, yeah, we have problems. And your pursuing Richard is only making those problems worse. Pursuing Richard? I am not pursuing Richard. Matter of fact, when I spoke to him today, I made it clear.
So you spoke to Richard today?
Yes, I spoke to him, and I made it clear to him that I did not want his financial help at all.
So the two of you are having daily contact now, is that it?
You know what? I don't even want to talk to you. You are out of control.
And you are playing with fire.
No, sis, that's your department.
Huh? What did you think? That Richard was going to come galloping in on his white horse and save your farm? And then what? He was going to fall madly in love with you and take you back with him and make you his new princess?
You have a wild imagination.
Well, you know what, Cassie? It's not going to happen because it's a fantasy. The only reason why Richard is encouraging you is because he's using you. He's using you to get to me.
Tonight, Jake and Julia are running for their lives.
Somebody tries to throw me sky high, it pushes my butt.
But determined to get to the truth.
This time, no more, Mr. Nice Guy.
Now, can they get the goods on a killer?
You are in very deep with a very dangerous guy.
Before he kills again.
Back off, Jake.
On CBS, the #1 daytime network.
Okay, let's just take a little break there, little guy. Oh, yeah. I've been working you overtime lately, haven't I? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have kept you in town so late last night. I just had to see for myself what was going on between your daddy and your grandma. Boy, did I get an eyeful.
Thank you so much. Hello?
Hello, it's Blake. Where were you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I left my cell phone at company. I had to come all the way back here to get it. What's up?
Well, remind me never to take advice from you again.
Which advice in particular are we talking about?
Oh, gee, I don't know. It's okay, Blake, really. Holly and Russ are probably just friends. Well, yes, I went to the carriage house last night, and guess what I saw? They were together, dancing. Close.
How close?
The word glue comes to mind.
Okay, well... I could have been wrong. I'm really sorry.
No, do me a favor. Next time, keep your opinions to yourself, because it's not fair to have your hopes rise up like a phoenix and then it just dashed across the rocks and shattered, and it hurts. It's
shattered like
Blake, I'm your friend, and I feel your pain, but this is not a romance novel, so could you cool it with the purple prose?
And, you know, you should be very grateful that I have this novel to write. I mean, that I have a place to put all this pain and energy to You know what? I've got a problem.
I know you have a problem, and I'm your friend, and I'm here for you. I told you I would be.
No. I really have
a problem. My manuscript, my romance novel, it's gone. I've lost it.
Looking at your watch again?
What? Excuse me?
I know that you're waiting for Sam to call so you can have another cell phone date, and I know that because your face is flushed and your eyes, they're full of infatuation.
Don't make fun of me, Ross.
I'm not. I think it's great that you're so smitten, and frankly, it's very becoming.
For a 12-year-old, maybe. I've been moping around all day. I don't know what's wrong with me. No, wait. I do. It's this throbbing, wretched thing.
The manuscript we found is now a wretched thing.
I was up all night reading this. I couldn't put it down. That's why I've got a hard case of romance on the brain.
What's the name of the author again? Darlena Lacrosse.
Yeah.
Obviously a nom de plume.
So?
So, he or she is using a false name because they're a bit embarrassed writing this.
So you think this is another one of those coincidences?
Oh, come on, there are no coincidences when my mother's in the same galaxy. You know that.
Yeah. Just so you guys know, I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about here.
The girl sitting with Carmen.
You mean the incredibly gorgeous one?
Thanks, Phil.
Yeah,
Thank you.
she's Danny's ex-girlfriend.
Oh, you mean the dog? No, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, they were engaged.
Correction, our parents wanted us to get married, but I broke it off. I married you, if you remember. You who are more beautiful than 1,000 Teresas.
Thank you, sweetheart. So Teresa has been living in LA for a while, and she sort of popped up in Springfield a few weeks ago with some information on an old high school buddy of hers and Danny's, and this guy owns a record.
She's the one that got you this connection?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she sets up this meeting with Danny in LA with this guy, Jimmy, and Danny gets to the airport, and Teresa happens to be on the same flight.
Sounds very fishy, don't you think, Phil?
And somehow, Ben Warren knew that Teresa was going to LA with Danny.
Ben, what?
We talked about this. Teresa's mother and my mother are best friends. I'm sure Teresa's mother told my mother that Teresa was going to be in LA, and my mother mentioned it to Ben.
Well, unless your mother was, I don't know, maybe she was trying to use Teresa to cause us some trouble. I don't know, she's done it before.
Well, she can try all she wants. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, well, you're damn right about that.
What? I think I'm gonna have a little fun. Around the mother's cage a little bit. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Ladies.
Hey.
Hey.
Danny, I've been meaning to call you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Excuse me. I need to talk to my mother for a minute. Okay, excuse me for a minute.
Okay, excuse me. Is everything all right, Danny?
Did you know that Michelle and I'd be here tonight?
What? No. How would I have known that?
Why is Teresa with you?
We're having dinner.
You've been seeing her a lot lately?
Of course I have, Danny. She's my best friend's daughter. She's been gone a long time, and I want to make up for lost time. Honestly, I don't see the problem here.
No problem. Oh, yeah, how did Ben know that Teresa was going to be in L.A. the same time I was?
Ben?
Yeah, Ben knew that Teresa and I were both in L.A. at the same time. How do you know that?
Well, I told him. Natalia told me, and I mentioned it to him. Why? Is there some secret that I'm not supposed to know about?
No secret. No, thanks. Have a good dinner.
Excuse me, ladies. Duty calls. Yes.
Have you been contacting Teresa without my knowing it?
It was a surprise. She's doing a little job for me.
Oh, really? What kind of job?
Her mission, and she has accepted it, enthusiastically, is to break up Danny and Michelle. Please?
I'm very impressed. You're getting the hang of this parenting thing, aren't you?
What, are you kidding? You want to build a plant in San Cristobal?
You one sick puppy, Phillip.
Richard, give it up. Go home.
This was not my idea, Josh.
Really?
It wasn't. Richard did approach me about Spaulding establishing a presence in San Cristobal, but the idea to use Lewis to build the factory was mine.
Well, it was a bad idea, Phillip, a real bad idea.
Well, Billy, Richard is offering us extremely generous terms. Now, it's my understanding that you and Josh eventually hope to buy Lewis Oil back from me. Now, the profits from this job would go a long way toward making that happen.
Unfortunately, the local firms in San Cristobal, well, they're just simply not up to an enterprise of this scope.
It's a good deal all around. It benefits everyone.
Especially you, right, Phillip? Well, I mean, if you were to farm this job out to another group, where would the profits go? They go out the window, we'd never see them again. But if you keep it in-house and use Lewis, then all that money gets funneled right back into your fat, greedy wallet.
Yes, Josh, that's right. Right back into my fat, greedy wallet. And yours. We all get richer from this deal, so I really don't see a problem.
The problem is sitting next to you, Phillip. I'm not going to work for this man or with this man or anywhere around this man. End of story.
Josh, I am willing to look past our differences so that we can band together on this.
How noble of you.
Can't you try to do the same?
Josh, come on. This is business, pure and simple.
And by the looks of things, you could use the income.
This is about a damn sight more than business, and you both know it. This is about you finding yet another way to stir up trouble in my brother's life. Well, it's not going to happen. Phillip, you can take your building and keep it. The Lewis boys ain't doing no building for you.
Well, that's really not your decision to make, Billy. Spaulding owns Lewis now, and if I tell you to build it, you'll build it. Or I'll take over Lewis, and I'll do it myself.
That sounded... Did that sound like a threat to you?
Sound like one to me.
That sounded like a threat to me, Phillip.
Josh, if I could have a word with you in private.
I think that's a fine idea, Richard.
Will you excuse us? Josh, there is no need to make this so personal.
It's very personal, Richard. You see, Reva told me all about what went on between you two up at Cross Creek. She told me everything, and I mean everything.
You know what, Reva? Not everything's about you, and it may shock you to know this, but there are other people in this world. Please. Your marriage is falling apart, and you only have yourself to blame, okay? You did God knows what with Richard at Cross Creek. You're the one who let him back into your life,
Richard
not me.
showed up at Cross Creek in the middle of a storm.
So you didn't have to let him stay. That was your choice. You want to know why I didn't come to you and Josh for the money, or Harley, or anyone else? Because I believe that you handle your own problems and you don't burden anybody else with them. Why don't you start doing that, okay? Why don't you start going home and trying to get your husband to trust you? Why don't you try to get your daughter to talk to you instead of coming in here and blaming all your problems on me?
Okay, Cassie. If you didn't ask Richard for the money, why did he give it to you?
Are we still talking about this? Because you told me that you were starting to have feelings for him, and I think it's turned into something more. Do you hear yourself? Why else would a man give a woman that kind of money unless there was something going on between the two of them? Okay, fine. Let's say Richard and I are having this hot, passionate affair. You're not married to him anymore. What do you care? The answer is, Reva, you shouldn't care. Unless you still have feelings for him yourself.
Way out there. The address is CBS.
Is not.
Okay. Sorry, guys, but you're gonna have to argue without me. I gotta check my machine right quick. Check on all these job offers that keep rolling in. Excuse me.
What? Teresa is not still in love with me.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, babe, even if she were, it doesn't matter. Who cares? I'm taken.
Yeah, well, don't you forget it, Buster.
Well, I think that we have spent entirely too much time talking about Teresa. Obviously, the less time I spend with her, the better. So I think I should just bail out of this music gig that she set up with me and Jimmy. I'll call him and tell him that I changed my mind.
Well, I don't know if you should do that.
Why?
I mean, this could be a really good opportunity for you, you know? This is something that you love to do. It's not the family business.
You know, and I do hate to blow off how she's been trying to help me. She's been trying to get out of her family business as well. That's why she went to L.A., but her father has pulled her back into it.
From what I've seen, she doesn't seem to mind.
Michelle, it's a lot more complicated than that. She doesn't want to stir things up in her family. And if this thing could work out with Jimmy, it would be her ticket out of her family as well. Now, if she wants that, I want that for her. I want her to be happy the same way that you want your friends like Bill to be happy.
I know.
That's all.
I know. I do. I know that.
Come on, you know how much I love you. You do. After everything we've been through together and everything we've shared.
You saved my life.
You saved mine. You have had faith in me, and you gave me the courage to change my life. My hands are clean because of you.
I am not jealous of Teresa. Okay. I love you. I know you. I know what we have. All I'm saying is that maybe we should be careful and watch our backs because let's face it, we both know who your mother would rather have as a daughter-in-law.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I must have dropped it at the carriage house. I must have left it there by the front door. Oh, Harley, this can't be happening. I mean, if Ross and Holly, they read this, they're gonna know that it's me, and they're gonna know everything that I'm thinking, wishing, and feeling, and the relationship I'm trying so hard to protect is gonna be ruined. Ruined.
You're getting purple again.
You have to do something. You have to get this manuscript away from them. You just...
Me? How?
I don't know.
I don't care. Just do it.
Who says we can't publish straight fiction? All the newspapers used to do it. Hearst, Pulitzer, and Dickens. Dickens was first published in serial form.
Holly, this ain't Dickens.
Well, it ain't bad either. And every chapter ends in a cliffhanger. People will be dying to know what happened. They'll have to buy a paper to find out. We could be onto something.
Yeah, maybe you could be, but first of all, you have to find Darlena LaCrosse, and you have to get her approval before you can publish anything.
So we'll get a reporter on it. They'll call every publishing house, every agency in town.
Hold that thought. I have a better idea.
Blake, would you just calm down? I cannot...
The rest of the evening, can we please just concentrate on us?
Yeah. Maybe making Bill feel a little better.
Okay.
Hey, you two.
Hey.
Hey, I just wanted to say a quick hi, and I wanted to let you know that band I told you about, Surge, they're going to be playing at Millennium's a little later tonight. This is the perfect opportunity for us to hear them, and if you like them, we'll let Jimmy know, and we'll be in on the deal. So I'll see you later tonight?
Yeah,
well...
tonight's fine. We'll be there.
Great.
Teresa, Bill Lewis, how are you?
Hi, Bill.
Nice to meet you.
If you'll excuse me.
Listen, if you don't already have a date to this Millennium thing, I would love to take you. I'm available. I'm a good guy. You can even ask Danny and Michelle here. What do you say?
Thanks, but this is business. It's not a social occasion.
All right, it can't all be business. Danny's taking Michelle, right? Oh, hey, guys. I was just getting acquainted with Teresa here. I think that we're all going to a concert over at Millennium later. But listen, I wanted to talk to you. I'm thinking about kind of getting in the music industry as well. I mean, I was in computers, but that didn't work out too well.
Bill, why don't you go back to your table?
Actually, I'm not finished talking with Teresa yet.
I think you have.
Let's go over here.
Are you all right, sweetie?
Can you believe what a jerk he's being? I'm so glad I got rid of him.
Good for you.
Excuse me, I have to go to the ladies' room.
Oh, allow me.
No, it's okay. I got it. I got it.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go over there for a
Why?
sec.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to get Bill away from Teresa.
Why?
He's being a jerk.
He is not. Look, your sister just broke up with him, okay? Let him ask her out.
He's only doing that to get even with Pilar. Obviously, he's making an idiot out of himself, and she's not interested in
How do
him.
you know? She doesn't seem to mind.
Well, I think she does, Michelle.
Well, she's doing the same thing to you, chasing after somebody who's not interested. You don't seem to mind. I think you might be enjoying it a little bit.
Well,
Josh, you are letting your pride get in the way, and that is a mistake. Can't we be gentlemen about this?
Is that what you were when you were seducing my wife, Richard, a gentleman?
I don't know what Reva told you.
Everything.
I am here to conduct a business deal. That is all. This is not about your wife. The economy of San Cristobal is in bad shape.
Well, you know, there's a lot of companies you could have done business with, Richard, but you chose one here in Springfield, near Reva, one that I happen to be connected to. What a surprise.
Somebody is going to get this very lucrative contract, Josh. Why not you?
Oh, I see. So now you're saying that you're throwing me a bone.
No, I'm saying I would like to try to repair some of the damage I might have caused. And I thought this might be a good way to start.
Well, I can think of a much better way, Richard. Go home. Go home and leave us alone.
Phillip, I'm going to have to get back to San Cristobal. I'll call you. All right.
All right. All right. Well, did you work everything out? Are you on board?
No, we are not on board. You want this deal, you're going to have to walk over me to get it.
Don't think that I won't do it, Josh.
Fine. Do it then. Take the company away from me, Phillip, because you know something? If these are the kind of deals you're going to be making from here on in, I don't want any part of it.
Joni, yes. Do you have the Lewis Oil contact book handy? Great. Get me Reva Shane's cell phone number.
You saw me burn Richard's letters right in front of him. You heard me tell him that it was over and that I never wanted to see him again.
Yeah, I saw you. I saw you in your hot little dress showing up there.
For Pete's
sake. Newsflash, Reva. If you're going to go tell a man to get lost, don't wear a dress that says take me. But you know what? If you're going to tell me that you don't have any feelings for Richard, fine, I believe you.
Well, finally. I'm going home.
I want to know why it upsets you so much that he gave me the money.
Because, Cassie, I am trying to get rid of the man. I am desperately trying to cut all ties with him so that when he leaves Springfield today, he won't have any reason to come back. But now you've taken this money from him. So now you have given him reason to stay, haven't you? Hello?
Reva, hi. It's Beth Raines. Look, I'm calling from Spaulding Enterprises, and I think you may want to get over here.
Why? What's going on?
Phillip just assigned Josh to work on a project with Richard.
With Richard? Richard's still in town?
He was. He left for the airport a few minutes ago.
The airport?
Yes, he was headed back to San Cristobal, I gather. Anyway, the point is that Josh has refused to work on the project. And the last time I heard, it sounded like he's ready to give up Lewis Oil altogether, just walk away.
No! Thanks, Beth. Damn, Richard.
Bring about Richard and go take care of Josh. I'll take care of Richard.
So you do understand the delicacy of the situation?
Oh, I can see that it's delicate. Mm-hmm. Sure.
Good, good. I knew I could count on you. I hope to be hearing from you. The sooner, the better.
I'll sure call you. My life is a nightmare.
Sorry to disappear on you, but this thought just occurred to me, and I wanted to pursue it.
Yeah. So, you gonna fill me in?
I thought perhaps Harley could be the...
Excuse me? Sorry.
Yeah.
Are you Holly Reed?
Yes.
A man delivered this for you?
Oh, thanks. You must be going to paper. Oh, no.
What's the matter? Who's it from?
Sam.
Oh, we can't make it?
Dear Holly, I made a lot of mistakes in my life, hurt a lot of people, and I don't trust myself not to hurt you, too, so I'm getting out of Dodge before I can do any more damage. And please try not to be mad at me. I'm doing this because I care about you, and I'll never forget you, Sam. P.S. About Cassie. Well, as they say on the prairie, easy come, easy go.
Oh, now, don't you do that. I know how much it hurts.
No. You know, I've been an idiot for months.
No, you haven't.
Oh, you saw it. You saw it, too. A convicted felon and my stupid phone dates. I knew this was going to happen.
Holly, you have a right to fall in love, too. Oh, Holly, I'm sorry.
May as well get this over with.
We got cut off. What happened? Never mind. Doesn't matter. Did you do it? Did you get the manuscript from my mom and from Ross?
I never had a chance.
Harley, you have to do that. If they read it, they're going to find out I'm the author.
Well, I have news for you. They've already read it. At least Holly has. She thinks it's great. She's going to
Serialize it in the journal. She thinks it's going to be a huge success.
I have to sit down.
Yeah, you better sit down, because I have one more juicy tidbit for you.
Ross just hired me for a case Wants me to find someone.
Oh!
Why don't you take a big fat guess? Darlena Lacrosse. He wants me to find you.
I'm very serious, Phillip. You want the company, you take it. But I won't be running it.
And neither will I.
You sure about that?
150%.
Well, then it sounds like a done deal. But let me tell you something, you will be getting nothing. You think Lewis Oil is about the wells we own and about the assets we have, but you're wrong. It's not about that at all. It's about family. It's about me and my brother and our father who built that company from the ground up, Phillip, put his blood into it. And that's the Lewis Oil that I'm proud of. It's the Lewis Oil that I would give my life for. But that Lewis Oil doesn't exist anymore. It died when you bought it and folded it into that fountain of greed and dirty deals that you are so proud of, so just take the company if that's what you want. But you will be getting an empty building with an empty name because without the Lewises, there is no Lewis Oil.
Making a huge mistake, Josh.
Well, I've made them before. Guys, I know you both have obligations. I know you both have families. So whatever you decide to do today is fine by me. If you want to work for this man, do that. And we'll understand, won't we, Billy?
Yep, no hard feelings, guys, seriously.
What's a little unemployment between friends, huh?
Hell, I'm in. God, Josh, I don't know what is wrong with you. Throwing away years of hard work, not to mention the money. For what? For stupid pride.
You know, it does surprise me that you'd see it that way, Phillip, considering who your father was. I mean, you Spauldings think that business is all about money and only about money. Well, it's not. It's about trust. Our father built something that was good and strong, and you corrupted it. Now, my brother and I will rebuild it, and we will build it stronger, and then we will bury you.
A new company. Good luck.
Are you sure about this new thing of theirs? I mean, what if it doesn't work out? What are you going to do?
Anything. I don't know. I'll go back to teaching again. Look, I just don't want to work for Phillip Spaulding.
Yes, but teaching does not exactly bring the same sort of...
Beth, listen, I'll manage, okay? Everything will be fine. Look, if it's my financial status that you're worried about, then maybe we could opt for a different dinner plan tonight. You know, we can have hot dogs at my place.
I think maybe I should treat for a while. See you later.
Okay. It'll be fine.
Hey, I got an idea. Well, we said we head over to the office and pull some files before old Phillip shuts the place down, huh?
Good idea. Let's do that.
Josh, you coming?
No, actually. Why don't you go ahead? I'll catch up with you.
You're a brave man, Josh Lewis. And your daddy's been real proud of you today.
He would have been proud of you too, Billy. What have I done?
Pilar. You all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
It's not easy to give up someone you care about, but I think you made the right choice. You're a strong woman like your mother.
Thank you. That's very nice of you to say that, Ben.
You're welcome. And what is that little book you're so protective of?
Oh, this is a journal. It's my diary.
Oh, you better protect that. You don't want that falling into the wrong hands.
Yes. Thank you, Ben. You just gave me a brilliant idea, and I can't wait to use it against you.
Ben told me about the plan you and he have cooked up, and I think it's great. Nothing would make me more happy than to see you and Danny back together. So if there's anything you need...
Not right now, but I think there's something I can do right now. Excuse me.
Danny, I was just kidding. Come on.
Well, I hope you were kidding.
I was, but I'm going to be watching you like a hawk at that concert, so no funny stuff.
Not even with you.
I think that's a little different. gonna go see how Bill is doing after all that.
Hi, Jimmy, it's Teresa. Listen, I need you to find a reason for me and Danny to go back to L.A., okay?
Actually, Danny's gonna be busy with his wife.
Cassie, what are you doing?
I told you I didn't want your money, but you had to do what you thought was the right thing to do. You know what, Richard?
We're gonna take
You
off.
should be ashamed of yourself for talking to me on the phone and acting like you totally understood what I was talking about today, when all the while you were scheming.
Yes, I was scheming to give you a little money. How ghastly of me. I do apologize.
Go ahead, smirk your royal smirk, but I am nobody's charity case. You got it?
Cassie, if my gesture offended you, I do apologize. My intention was simply to give you some help so that you could keep that farm. I know how much it means to you.
My dignity means something to me, Richard, and now I look like a fool, okay? A fool who totally... What is that? What's going on?
We are taxiing. We're about to take off.
We can't be taxiing. They don't know I'm on the plane.
Of course not. I tried to warn you.
Tell them to stop.
I can't. They've got their clearance. They're going to take off, so you better sit down and buckle up. Because you're going to San Cristobal whether you like it or not.
Joshua?
Lewis Oil no longer exists.